At this point, if you're still thinking that 6 pieces is already outdated, I'm just going to laugh at you. Except you don't know how to cut a very full, proper 6 pieces. Now, let me teach you how to cut 6 pieces that is going to look like a mermaid skirt. Okay, for this pattern, we are not going to be using pattern paper. We are going to be using freehand method to cut this. Come with me. So the first thing you need to do, you need to fold your fabric, and if you're making a skirt like this and you want it to be very full, you have to get a flowing length. I don't know, when you take your measurements, you get your flowing length. I have a video on how to take a proper measurement. I've already posted it for long, so you can go ahead and check it out. So what I did here was just to get the length I want to use. I think I used the length of 54 or 55 inches, yes. So this includes my hemming allowance as well. So I've gone ahead to mark my hip point. Once you get your length, mark your hip point, then mark your new length. Your hip point, your waistline, your hip points, and your new length. These are the 3 things you need to mark first. Then on the down, I didn't actually explain the down first. On the down part, the fullness of your skirt is going to is going to determine how full the 6 pieces is going to come out. Whatever you choose to do on the down depends on how full the skirt is going to be. So I'm still going to tell you what I used on the down. Now what I'm measuring now is my nipple to nipple measurement. Your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Whatever you have, go ahead and add your stitching allowance to it. I use 0.5 for my own stitching allowance. So mine is 4. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches plus my stitching allowance, that is 4 inches. Then on the new side, you're not going to use the exact thing you use on the other side. You're going to remove half an inch to it. Then on the down, you can see the down. I've already connected what I have on my new to what I have on the down. Now what I have on the down is on fold is 18 inches. When you open it is 36 inches. So I have a whole of 18 inches on the down. If you want to be fuller than mine, you can go ahead and use 20 inches on the down, which is going to be a total of 40 inches when you open it up. So you have to connect from your new to the end of the skirt. Then at the hem of my skirt, I kind of went up a little bit, like 1 inch, to just give it a little bit curve. Then you go ahead and cut it out. Now this is going to be the center of the front. Remember, what we are cutting is 6 pieces, which means it's going to be 3 at the front, 3 at the back. So this is the center of the front. The next one I'm going to cut is the 2 sides of the front. And the first thing you need to do is get that your the first one, your fabric. You don't need to fold your fabric, you have to open it very wide. Now get the first one, use it to trace out the side that has curve. You can see how I'm doing it. Trace everything out. Now when you trace it out, you have to lay it, that your first one, you have to lay it on top of that line that you've traced out. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Now you don't have to overlay it, just like lay it half inch above the one on the down. You can see my curve is still coming out. The parts we are laying is upper parts, which is the waist, the hip, and the new side. You have to lay it. You've already used the other one to curve it out on the fabric. Now this upper one, you have to lay it on it, maybe like 0.5. That's your stitching allowance. So you just need to lay it on top of it. Now you start taking your actual skirt measurement. So here I've marked my hip point. Then I'm going to mark my knee length as well. So have our waistline as well. So you have to start taking your skirt measurements. Now how do you take your skirt measurements? From the beginning of the skirt, from that your first one, you are going to go ahead and mark your hip measurement from the first one, not the new one you are marking now. From that first one that you laid on that one, that's where you are going to start taking your measurements. I hope you are getting it. And I think my camera was so far, so that's why I couldn't capture everything so close. But I hope you are getting what I'm doing. So from the fabric, from that first one, from that our first center one, that's where you're going to start taking your all the measurements you need to take. Your waist measurements, you also take your waist measurement. At this point, you already know that if you are going to be using a hip pad to wear your skirt, if your hip is around 36 and you are trying to achieve a hip pad of 40, you are going to use hip 40 to cut your skirt. Hope you get what I'm saying. So I like to measure my under hip as well. So I've gone ahead to draw my under hip line, and I'm measuring my under hip because this particular skirt the owner is going to wear it with a hip pad. So I had to use more than her hip measurement. Then on the nail side, when you measure the nail, go ahead and remove 0.5 from whatever measurement you have on the nail. Go ahead and remove another 0.5 so that that shape is going to come out very well. So go ahead and remove another 0.5. Then I'm going to go ahead to connect everything together. Connect from the waist to from the hip to the waist, or from the waist to the hip, anyhow you want to connect your own. Shall connect everything together. Then you are going to connect the other side together. Whenever you are connecting your skirts, you are bringing your skirts together, make sure you're not having a sharp point, sharp edge, because at the end of the day your hip is not pointed. If you've not seen a video of where I my basic skirts pattern, if you don't know how I cut my own basic skirts, or you want to watch how to cut a proper basic skirt, go ahead and look for the basic skirts pattern. I posted it this week as well, so it's going to help. Now on the down, and remember that I told you that we'll have 18 inches on the down. Now we are going to measure 36 inches. Remember, this one is not on fold, but the front one is on fold. So we want the down to be even. So 18 divided plus 2 is 18 times 2 is 36. So we have to make sure that this particular one now is 36 inches. So we are going to connect from the new to where I've measured my 36 inches. Remember, the other curve, we've already first bring it out with this with the front one. You can see the other curve on this side. We've already bring it out with the front one. So you're going to go ahead and cut out everything. So this is going to be the front our pattern of our 6-piece skirt. This is just the front. So we are going to go ahead and carefully cut it out. You can see. People used to say that 6-pieces is outdated, that it's only man-made as people sew now. No, 6-pieces is still as beautiful as it used to be. If you sew a very good 6-piece, a full 6-piece skirt, you will love it. You wouldn't even know that it's a 6-piece skirt. When we wanted to cut this skirt, most of my guests, they were like, oh, 6-pieces is already outdated. I tell them that no, calm down. When we are done cutting and stitching this together, you will be wowed. And they were wowed when we finish. So this is just the front, the two sides of the front. You can see how it came out. We've cut out the two sides of the front. So this video is actually getting too long. You can see you have to put the center front to the side. So did you see what I just did? So when you want to join it, just open it up and join one on the left, join one on the right. So that's going to give you your front. So at the front, I like to give my skirt a curve. At the front, I'm going to put everything together, you can see. And from the center waist, I'm going to remove 1 inch. From the center waist, I'm going to remove 1 inch. So I'm going to be posting the part 2 later in the day, because obviously this video is too long. I'm going to post the back and the sewing and the final fitting. So go ahead and always curve your skirt at the front. It's going to help eliminate all those bulging at the front, all those gaping at your tummy area. It's going to help reduce it a lot. See you guys in my next one. Thank you.